Hello everyone, welcome back to another commentary video. And, okay, so for most videos, I feel like when I start them, I don't really know what to talk about. And before I hit record, that's something that I usually think about, like, what am I gonna say first? Because you don't often, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, I'm afraid that I'm just gonna press record and I'm not gonna know what to say. But today, that's different. I know exactly what I want to say, and that's the. So for the past like half an hour, I've been trying to figure out how to get this stupid thing to work. And so like the other day, I was looking through my OBS recordings, and then I saw a run that I completely forgot about until the very end. And I don't really want to spoil it because I may still find the recording. But, you know, screw it, I'll spoil it. So, I went into the portal room at sub 30 pace. And, like, you know how usually when you're in the portal room, you place down the block in front of you where the lava is? So, I tried to do that, and I just completely missed. And I think it was very annoying. I didn't have my mic working for that recording, so I couldn't see my reaction, which is a bit annoying because I'm sure it would have been very funny. But that's essentially just what I wanted to talk about. And then it's also, okay, so I couldn't find the recording, right? So then I thought, okay, you know what, screw it. I got onto this run yesterday. It's also pretty cool. I don't really want to use this one because my mechanics are just awful. It's, especially towards the end. I enter the fort at like 14 minutes, and then I'm thinking like, okay, this is almost no chance of, sub 20, which is ultimately what I'm going for, but like, it's commentary video footage, and it's just, I'll play it out just for fun. And it just, like, one time I was trying to sprint crawl, and it took me like 5 attempts. I wasted, I hit a bucket clutch. That was very dumb, but also pretty cool. And then, so I think, yeah, I wasted like a stack of pearls just trying to get into sprint crawl, because it's just so much faster. I think it was definitely the play to keep trying to get to sprint crawl, but it definitely wasn't the play to mess it up over and over and over again. So, and then the other thing that I wanted to talk about right now is, why aren't you using your pickaxe, you numpty? Anyway, I'm not sure, like, how interested I am in speedrunning. Like, I think I still do really enjoy it, and often it's like, I'm in the mood to play Minecraft, but in my survival world, there's nothing really going on, so then I'll just play some RSG, or I'll play some ranked, and then it's Minecraft, it's pretty mechanical, it's fun. But I feel like oh yeah, I don't know why I wasn't swimming there. Anyway, and I think like I really enjoy speedrunning, I really enjoy MCSR, but sometimes I feel like your mental is like a really hard. Your mental is a lot worse doing MCSR than it is like playing survival. That's why people in the MCSR community, people often talk about like your mental and like how you feel emotionally, or I guess emotionally is not the right word. Like, you're not gonna burst out into tears because you didn't get a new PB, but like I feel like you're often just annoyed. You're just kind of sick of everything, and obviously you never want to feel like that. That's just, it's not a good headspace to be in. And that's something I've been getting better at speedrunning, but your mental's always gonna be better when you're doing like a survival world or something more casual than when you're doing MCSR. And I think I still really enjoy MCSR. I think it's still a lot of fun, but like, is it like worth it? Sort of. Oh yeah, I get gold boots here. I think that's something that I've been trying to do recently, is to not get gold boots when I enter bastions, and if I see that it, ooh, don't do that. And then if I see that it's maybe stables or housing, then go mine stray gold. And because the thing with bridge and treasure, you can both, as you're entering the bastion, you can mine the gold blocks and you can get yourself gold boots, and that's way faster than just mining stray gold. And I think in this run, I like, as soon as I started mining the gold, I realized this is probably a misplay. It's just so much slower, but it's kind of like sunk cost fallacy. Like, I've already mined 3 pieces of gold. I may as well just finish off making the gold boots. And I think I'm not too upset with it. I am upset with how I played this run though. And so yeah, as I was also saying before with speedrunning, I think I'm trying to, so I have school holidays right now, and originally I thought, this is great, I can just all day every day, I can just crank, ooh, 2 bastions. That's fun. And then I just thought, I can absolutely crank an MCSR, it's gonna be great. But I feel like I've just kind of been more motivated to do to just do a survival world. Like, I have this really nice survival world. I'm building a castle on it, and right now I'm just building the hill that the castle sits on, and I'm covering it with snow. And I calculated today, like, how long it takes me to do 1 row of snow, and how long it takes me, and how many more rows I have left. And so far, it's going to take me 5 hours worth of time to get all of the snow down, and that's just the snow. And then there's also and that's not even including the castle, or to actually terraform the hill that I also had to do. And yeah, and that, I think I've just been so much more invested in that world, and I think just less invested in MCSR. And the thing is, it's like, I still want to keep making these commentary videos. I don't know how long it's been since the last one. I think it's been like a couple days, like 3 or 4 days. And like, I really enjoyed them. It's like, basically what I do is just, whenever my mum and my brother and my dad aren't home, so just my family, I don't know why I just said my family, then I just turn, and I have nothing else better to do, I just watch a playback of one of my speedruns, and I just yap for half an hour. And I think it's fun, it's like, all of my friends, they've said that they like it. Oh yeah, I almost die here. And then it's like, it's really good, but the thing is also, you have to actually speedrun. And that's something I'm still speedrunning, I've just been doing a little less of it. And then it's like, I don't know if that's something that you can like comment. Are you watching these videos for the speedrun or the commentary? Because I think I would also, I'm not really doing this because I want to like be a famous popular YouTuber. I'm doing this because it's like really cathartic for me to be able to like make something and to just to get all of my thoughts off of my chest, and that's just a good thing. Oh yeah, also I've been really like into like the topic right now and not talking about the speedrun, but I have to just point out how much of a shamble this I guess could you call this Donkey Kong? There was one just so dumb pig, and I had to do something about it, and it was, I mean, you just watched it, but it was tragic. But and as I was saying, I think it's like I would like to have a popular YouTube channel. Like that's, I wouldn't be angry if I had more subscribers, but that's also something that, like, when I started this YouTube channel, I was very clear in my mind, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for, like, attention or because I want to do this, like, with a lot of subscribers. I'm doing this because I enjoy making videos. And I think that's a really important mindset to have when you're starting a YouTube channel, because 99.9% of the time, you're not going to get a lot of subscribers, you're not going to have a popular YouTube channel, and that's just the way things go. And like, obviously, I think it's weird, because like I could just make these commentary videos. I could just talk in my room alone while I watch one of these back, and like it's essentially the same thing. Like only my friends watch these videos, and I don't really know if they even watch it the whole way through. So like essentially what I'm doing right now, there's a pretty high chance nobody's gonna hear what I'm saying. Because I don't watch these back when I'm done making them, so there's a pretty high chance that the words I'm saying right now will never be heard again. And I don't really know where I'm going with this point, but I think that is just really interesting to think about. That and also just to kind of drill home the point that I'm doing this because I want to. I'm doing this because I like making videos and not because I want people to see the videos. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. And I think that topic has kind of come to a close now. And I'm sort of in one of those moments where I need to talk about something. So we're just going to talk about the speedrun. So it was bridge. I was trying to sprint crawl there. I don't manage to get it, which is like that's not great. But I'm thinking it's fine. Actually, no, I'm not thinking it's fine. I'm thinking I want to sprint crawl, and then as I'm sprint crawling, I accidentally cheat. I don't know if that's illegal. I don't know if you're allowed to do that in speedruns, but I just saw terrain above me. I can't just pretend I didn't, and I'm very glad that I did, because I think my tunnel probably would have came out about here. I don't know how low I was. It may also have just come out there, like at that lava, which this run would have been like a minute slower, which, like, it doesn't PB. If it PB'd, it would be in the title. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video also, but it would have been a lot slower. This run is right now. I think it's a sub 15 bass fortress, which is, for me, a couple months ago that would have been really, really good. For me now, I try to enter the fortress under 10 minutes, and if it's really good pace, I try to leave the fortress under 10 minutes, and I think that's also, it feels kind of weird to say, because I barely ever get sub 10 fortress enters. I don't even know if I ever have done a sub 10 fortress center. Actually, I assume so. Surely I have. I really don't know. But it is kind of like the goal I'm shooting for is not really necessary, and it's not likely. Like, I can PB with, like, this run could have PB'd. Right now, it is still kind of PB pace. If all of the blazes drop, I have 20 obby, so that's great. If I spies, and it's a quick perch, if just all of the RNG goes perfectly, this is kind of PB pace, but you can't just rely on it always, every bit of RNG working out. And then, so, and in hindsight here, if I was just shooting for fast times, and that's the only thing that mattered, then I should have reset. That's just the way it should have gone. But I didn't really, I didn't really want to reset, because it's, resetting on the wall is really boring, is the thing. You're not doing anything interesting, it's not fun, and when I'm speedrunning, like I said earlier, I'm usually not speedrunning because I want, that bedcraft was tragic. And I didn't, because like, I just want to play Minecraft right now. That's the only reason I'm playing. So if I reset, then I'm no longer playing Minecraft. I'm just picking out seeds. And I know this is, right now I'm thinking it's probably gonna be around 30 minutes, which is pretty much exactly what I want for commentary videos. And it's also, I've only done 2 of these before, but I feel like I'm getting so much better at commentary, because I've been talking just non-stop for the past 17 minutes, and it doesn't feel that bad. Like, sure, my voice is a little bit, like, my throat doesn't feel the best per se, but I'm able to speak, is what I mean. And I think I also feel like right now I am kind of hitting a dead end with what to talk about, but I have other things to talk about. Like, alright, so here's another topic. A while ago, I used to go to every weekend with my friend. Oh wait, hang on, I need to bleep that. That's, okay, well, I mean, like, it's the only people who watch these videos are my friends, so I'm not really doxing myself to that many people. I'd still not like to dox myself though, respectfully. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I will have to bleep that. Anyway, so at that place, they sell these coffee candies. They're called Kopiko. They're Indonesian, and they are so good. I absolutely love them. They have coffee extract in them, so they do have caffeine, but they're like these hard candies with, oh, that spider was annoying. They're these hard candies that taste like coffee, and they're so good. And a while ago, the the supermarket chain that sold them, for some reason they just didn't. I don't know if, like, I was the only person who would buy them, but I don't know, they got rid of them. And that was really annoying, because I would get them not every weekend, but, like, I would get them very often, and they are very good. But the other day, I was in not the same supermarket, but the same supermarket chain, and then I saw one of the wrappers from these candies on the floor, and then I got really excited because I thought they probably have these coffee candies, these Copico, and so I asked my mum, who I was with, like, can I go see if they have them? And they didn't, which was absolutely bogus. I don't know how they got them, but or how it ended up on the floor. And then I guess, and then today my mum went shopping, and I asked her, can you go see if they have these candies? And they do have Copico, but the other ones, I think they just said coffee candies, but the ones I have here on my desk are cappuccino coffee candies. And honestly, I think they taste arguably better, because they have, so it's pretty much exactly the same to the old one, but this one has 2 layers, the other one had just the one. So essentially, on these ones, there's a brown layer and a white layer. And the black layer, I think, is coffee, and the white layer is like milk and cream or something. And I think I really prefer these ones. I also did, I don't know if you could tell, but I did put one in my mouth. That probably, hold on. That probably wasn't wise, because I have to talk, but it's fine. It'll be fine. And, so, oh yeah, another thing that was annoying about this run was just how often I had to craft an iron pick. I think it was either twice or it was once. I don't know, usually you only have to craft 1 iron pick and that lasts you for the entire run. But because I had to do so much digging, I had to craft a second one, which, like, it happens. It's just a bit annoying. And this is the bit I was talking about earlier that was tragic. Look how many pearls I'm wasting here, and it's such a time waste because, like, I'm not just failing to sprint crawl, I'm failing to just crawl in general, which really isn't good. I finally get it to work, and I mean, like, I assume there's no sprint crawl practice map, but I do need to work on this. I just need to work on how it works. Like, that time I looked into my inventory to see if I had any more food, and apparently if you stop holding W, that stops you from sprint crawling, and I just didn't know that. And the other big one is if you touch anything, if you touch the wall, or if you get too close, like I do in a minute, to the blocks you're mining, then you just, yeah, there, you just stop. And it's just really finicky. And I don't know if, yeah, okay, I do try to get into a sprint crawl again. And so I'm just trying to get to chords. Yeah, and I hit my, this is, as I was playing, I knew this was bad. I knew that it was really not good, but this is just so much worse than I remember. It's actually not so much worse, it's pretty much just worse than I remember. I fire res here, which is a very good decision, because I fall into a massive lava lake. I don't remember how much. Oh my goodness! I just fell off my chair. That's so cool. I mean, I don't remember how much fire res I had, but I think it was probably a good play to redo it. There's this tech for underwater lava ravines where you can do that and it lights. I did it wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's not great, and we don't I Spy. Like, my PB is sub 25, it's now post 25, so it's definitely not PB, obviously, but it is still maybe sub 30. Having a second sub 30 run would be cool. And just to have more commentary video footage that's always nice. So right now it's like the run's basically dead. It isn't a PB, it isn't a cool time or anything like that. But I still want to play it out for commentary video footage. And that's also the thing about that's just the thing about RSG, sort of, and just speedrunning. Even when the run is just completely dead, like, even if you mess up during a perch and it was PB pace, for the next, like, couple of runs that you play out, your hands are gonna be shaky. You're not gonna be playing well, because those nerves don't just immediately go away. Because the reason why we get, like, nervous and our hands get jittery and we get sweaty is because when we were cavemen, obviously, we had, like, actual physical threats, and they don't just go away. I don't know if that's actually what it is. I'm not, like, an expert on the subject. That's also kind of the thing about commentary videos. I can, like, do multiple takes. I can just, like, say, you know what, this video isn't really, this commentary is just garbage, I'm losing my train of thought, it's just bad. But I think I just kind of I don't really like to, because if I really don't know. That's also, again, like, I'm not watching these back. This isn't... Yeah, they're my other pick breaks. And I really don't know if you would prefer I spend half an hour writing down a script before I do these videos, or if you would prefer I just do multiple takes. I really don't know, but I know what I prefer is to just hit the record button and just blurt out any thought that comes to mind. And if I start a point, I'm probably not going to get to the end of it, because I'm probably going to get sidetracked on another thing. And that's kind of what makes a commentary video. I guess it would still be a commentary video even if you didn't do an awful job. But I feel like it's sort of being just that, your input on something before you think about it. I think that's just kind of what makes a commentary video, because if you're, like, thinking about it, it's still your thoughts on the matter. It's still, like, what you're thinking, but it's not. So I guess in a way it is a commentary video, and I'm also I have fire res though, so it's fine. I guess I am also kind of demonstrating now exactly what I mean. Like, I kind of harped on that point for, oh, don't throw away your... Yeah, that's... I even said it there. And that's... I feel like that's kind of what makes a commentary video is that sort of just your pure thoughts. I still have 2 anchors. Oh my goodness, how much glowstone did I have? Okay. This run is 32 minutes long. The in-game time right now is 29:30, so I'm gonna have to talk for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't really know what to talk about. Ooh, a good thing that I can talk about is end fights. End fights, I only really know how to one cycle. Obviously, like, I know how to half bow, I know how to full bow. That's like really intuitive. And usually I don't half bow or full bow because it's oh, that was a speedy perch. Usually it's faster, but it's a more high roll to just send it. I was gonna talk about zeros and like ground zeros, but the run's just over now. I thought that was a really fast perch. That was, I don't know if that was a sub 1 end split, but that was close. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.